Welcome to Behind the Deal, the podcast where we go behind the transaction and talk about marketing,
technology,
relationships,
and strategies that actually drive business growth.
The deal is just the beginning. Let's talk about it. Okay, welcome to Behind the Deal. I'm Allison.
And I'm Kendall. And we realized there wasn't a podcast that connected all the dots.
Yeah, sure, there are podcasts about AI, there's podcasts about merchant services, there's podcasts about marketing, I mean, you name it, but there really isn't a podcast that fully pulls it together, talks about what goes into behind each deal and how it helps grow businesses, ISOs, and really your residuals. So that's really what Behind the Deal is about, and that's how we kind of came up with this segment or this podcast to figure out how to talk about everything that we can do.
And what's behind the deal.
That's right. So let's talk about it a little bit. I feel like every single week there's something new, whether it's AI, a new payment solution, changes to Google, payroll updates, new technology businesses. It's never stopping. It's continuously growing. It's something that, you look out there and you're like, okay, well, what are we adding today? There's something new all the time. So we're here to talk about the solutions for all of those and kind of what you can expect when you listen to Behind the Deal. So with Behind the Deal, we're going to be talking about, what can be happening this week in the industry, AI, the marketing minute, hot takes. You never know. We might even bring in a merchant horror story.
Oh, what about some guest interviews?
See, I think that'd be great. Some guest interviews, talk about, everything that they're doing, even some people who have been in the industry for a long time.
You can't forget marketing.
I mean,
Our marketing minute.
So that's another thing. We're going to kind of go into a little intro about who we are so you know, why we're even doing this. Kendall, you want to go ahead and talk about you a little bit?
Yeah, so I graduated from Purdue in 2024, so I think I have a unique perspective being kind of new in the industry. I've learned a lot already, but I know there's so much more to learn. When I was looking at the job, my mom and I were talking, and we were like, oh, payments, what's that? She's like, I don't think you want to do that, but I did, obviously, and I've learned so much, like I said. I think something unique about the industry is seeing how far it's grown. So whenever I started, obviously, we had a couple of different terminals, but we've added some more, and they've gotten smaller as time's gone on. So I think that's something interesting, and to see where it's going to go, kind of like phones,
Yeah.
They got a little bit bigger for a while and then smaller.
Yeah, so tell everybody what your title is, just so they know.
Yeah, I'm the social media and content coordinator. So I do a lot of videography here and TikToks, social media, and everything, keeping everybody on top of it.
Yeah.
And what about you?
So I've been in this industry for 3 years. I am the marketing manager, and I really love this industry because it's continuously changing. Just looking back at what it was like when I first started 3 years ago to what it is now is just night and day difference. Whether it's the products, the solutions that everyone has, including the solutions that we have here in-house, it's night and day difference. We're continuously adding things to help our partners, our agents, to increase their residuals, but also make it easier for their merchants. That's the whole goal of this, is to make everything easier for them. I came from automotive. I was in automotive for 10 years doing marketing for them. And it was something that just didn't change and evolve, and I got bored with it. I was getting stale. Yes, of course, technology was taking off as it is in this industry, but it wasn't anything that was challenging me anymore. And so that was something that I was seeking. I wanted a challenge. So when I look back at, when I made that career move, I'm so thankful that I did, because it's pushed me to grow even more.
Yeah.
So
I know we both said that this is an ever-changing industry, and I mean, a lot of people can say that about their job, but I feel like I'm challenged every day in a good way. Keeps you sharp. And how long do you think it took for you to kind of grasp the payments industry?
Oh gosh, I mean, I remember we've had this conversation before, but when I first started trying to figure out even what merchant and customer, the difference between that, I was so confused. It's like, okay, so you mean your customer? Like, no, the merchant. Okay, so your customer. It took me forever to figure out what a merchant even was, because I was so used to that customer relationship and selling to that individual versus, it being a merchant. And that was a big hurdle for me. So I think 6 months is when I started kind of grasping everything and started to figure it out and understand the industry, but it took a full 1 solid year to
Mhm.
totally understand what I was talking about, figure out how to market correctly, and just really dive in, you know.
And we're still figuring it out.
We are. I mean, every day we're challenging ourselves to figure out new solutions, new products to use, and it's not slowing down at all. So, what about you?
How long it took for me to grasp the industry?
Yeah.
I would say probably about 6 months as well. I know we've talked about before, I was trying to figure out the difference between our managed services and the overall merchant services. I had a little hiccup there, but you know, everybody learns.
That's right. I mean, if we asked everybody in the sales room right now, they would all have something similar to say, or they all started fresh for the most part. So that's kind of what you have to do sometimes and how you have to dive in. But that's a little bit about us, a little bit about what we think with the industry. And with us being marketers, it's different because we are not technically salespeople. We are not the ones selling to you. We're the ones who are figuring out how our sales team can succeed and also how our agents, our partners can succeed as well. So
I feel like because of that, we have a unique perspective too.
100%. So that's why we started this podcast. We saw the opportunity with everything that goes into behind a deal. We're like, let's start something to talk about everything and help not only agents, but help partners as well to grow themselves as an individual, as a salesperson, but then also think about the things that are going into each deal.
It's pretty cool because we see kind of every different department. I mean, we see the sales, we see the operations, we see the deployment.
I mean, accounting, we work with the digital part, payroll, it doesn't stop. And the solutions keep adding on, and we're there for every part of those parts of the deal. So that's really why we're here to start it. So one of the things we want to talk about this week was AI.
That topic.
I mean, AI is something that it's not going anywhere. If anything, if you're not using it, you're already behind. If you're not embracing it, you're already behind. But there is a way that you can overutilize it a little too much.
Yeah.
And
use kind of as a tool, not to replace your job.
Right. And also kind of take advantage of it. Like some people use AI too heavily that it's almost, you know, like it's there as a tool to help them, not to do their job.
Almost can hurt you at some point.
Yeah, because AI is not always right, guys.
No.
I'm telling you that now. It's not always right. So here's a few helpful tips that we want to help you to kind of utilize for your day-to-day activity. So we'll talk about AI often. We'll bring this topic up often, but it will be different segments for each of those. But this one is something that we've noticed a lot, and it's for social media. So, Kendall, your headshot.
My headshot.
Is it AI?
Mine isn't. However, I know we've talked about a couple we've seen are AI.
Yes.
And have you ever heard of catfishing?
I think I have.
Well, some people are doing that with their headshots.
Okay, so let me give you an example why you do not want an AI headshot. And I think that this is very debatable. People will go all day long saying like, no, I want the AI headshot, blah, 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 blah.
Could be a hot take.
But I'm going to tell you why it's not a good reason. So some people use an AI headshot and it completely changes the way that they look. So they'll have this AI headshot. They look completely flawless. They have, you know, this smooth, blurred skin. And
looks like they just got a facelift.
I mean, for real, like no freckles and hey, I have freckles, so I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah, of course.
And, you know, like their hair is just beautifully done because everyone looks like that every
all
day.
day.
Yeah.
I woke up like this.
Yeah, 30 pounds lighter, you know, all of that. So I've gone to trade shows before, and then sometimes you see these people in person, and you're like, wait, they'll come up to you and they'll say hi, and you're like, hi, have we met? And they're like, oh yeah, we're connected. I'm like, are we? Like, and I pull them up, I'm like, oh my God, you know. So one of those things, you're almost catfishing. You're not building that trust immediately because you're already changing how your appearance. Now, one thing that you can do with AI, if you want it to touch up your headshot, say that you have like, I don't know, crazy frizzy hair that day, and you're just like, can you just like fix that a little bit? Don't change my face.
Yeah, keep the face the same.
Do that. It'll help you in the long run, and it'll make you succeed because you're already building that trust by showing what you truly look like.
Well, if you're walking up to somebody at a trade show and you're going to shake their hand, they're not thinking, oh, hi, this is Allison. They're thinking, oh my gosh, she doesn't look like her headshot. So
Yeah.
immediately they're not thinking about your business connection and a great person you could be. They're thinking, oh, you don't look the same.
Right, exactly, because it's not building that trust. So AI headshot, really don't go too crazy with it. I know there are opportunities where you can utilize it, or say that like you don't like the color of your jacket that you wore that day and you want to change it. That's totally fine. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But when it goes to changing your appearance, I think that's a big red flag because you're already taking away the trust of who you are as an individual. When they meet you in person and then they see you and meet you in person, they're kind of taken back because they're confused of wait, who is this kind of vibe. So that's just one piece of advice that we actually play. We kind of play this as a game. We'll be on LinkedIn and then we look over and we're like, okay, yep, that's AI. That's AI. Is this person even real? AI. And if we're doing that, I promise you,
other people are too.
Yes, 100%. So another thing that we've noticed on social media with AI is the cartoons. I'm thankful that that's kind of starting to phase out a little bit. The cartoons, like somebody will say like, oh, make me a graphic, blah, blah, blah. And they pop up and it's like these characters and cartoons, and then they'll post that for their business or even their own page. I don't think it looks professional.
I agree.
Everyone knows it's AI. It takes little thought and effort to do that. Don't do it.
I mean, personally, if I see those posts and I'm scrolling through LinkedIn, I'm going past it. I'm not even looking at
100%.
what their business does, how they can help me. I'm up. They didn't take any time, and I'm scrolling.
It's not building your brand at all. If anything, it's hurting you.
And maybe some things here and there built into something would be okay, but the constant graphic after graphic, you're like, okay.
I totally agree. One thing that you can do, though, for AI is give it a job. So one way that I utilize AI is say that I have a list, like an Excel list. Excel is not my strong point at all.
Oh, me either,
I'm a
girl.
creative soul when it comes to numbers and calculations and formulas. Ooh, girl, let me tell you. But pulling that up and say that I have a list and I want to break it up a little bit for, I don't know, emailing or something. I'll put that in there and say, please break this list up for me in XYZ because I want it like this, and I'll do it. Things like that are great to utilize AI. It will make your day go by quicker or your job that you're trying to accomplish, you finish it quicker because it's helping you. So
you can move on to the next thing.
Yeah, or a content calendar. Hey, this is what I want to plug in here on these days. Put it in there for you and save you time. That is what AI is about, is saving you time, not doing your job.
Yes. I'll have it help me generate captions, but I'm never using the first one. Like, I will always go back and forth and make it sound like our brand, And there's things that you can tell if you're looking at AI, M dashes. Hurts my grammar heart because I learned in college how to use M dashes, but that's a big AI flag for me. Emojis.
Oh, girl, the rocket ship.
Those smiley faces.
No, and I guess it's my generation, but I love a good emoji. I love a good emoji moment, a smiley face here and there. But when you do it for work purposes and you're putting it on social media and you see just like heavy emojis.
Or like the bulleted lists.
And then they try and make it sound like authentic. That was not you. Did you even read that? Sometimes that's another game. Like, I'll look back and I'm like, did this person even read what they wrote? Do they know what that word means? Because I sure don't.
Yeah. That actually is a really good tester. Like, if ChatGPT is using words you don't know, if you don't know
something that you wouldn't
somebody
say.
Somebody else probably doesn't either.
Yeah. So, a few helpful tips for AI. They're very small, but I promise you, if you utilize them and kind of go forward with that way versus your old ways, it will help you in the long run.
Yeah.
So a repeat of that. No AI headshot. Okay. Be who you are. Be authentic. If you want to touch it up a little bit, cool. That's fine.
Keep your face the same.
Yeah, because we want to know who you are. You're building that trust right there. Get away from the cartoons. No cartoons, y'all. No cartoons.
Hey, you know what? There's things out there that can help you make a quick post. It's not AI.
I'm going to bring up a quick story because who doesn't love a story time? But I did see back a while ago a company, they posted their team at a trade show, right? And I know these people. I've met these people in person. And I looked at it. It caught me off guard. I was scrolling. I was like, wait.
Who is that?
Yeah, I was like, is that a good photo? Who is that? So I kind of zoomed
Weird
in a little
camera
bit.
angle, maybe.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, that person is not that tall, or I started thinking about it, and then I zoomed in a little bit more, and I saw the backdrop of their booth.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I mean, calligraphy and like
Jumbledy humble.
all like mixed together, not real words. And then I instantly knew, like, oh Lord, it's AI, And I noticed a while later on in the day that photo was no longer there, because whoever posted it probably realized, like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't do that. So I'm glad that was recovered, but that is something that you have to be cognizant of whenever you're posting. And if you are using AI, especially when it's using your photo, it can alter everything, and then that's just it really takes away from that trust factor.
Yeah,
that trust factor is everything.
100%.
So that's something that I kind of want to talk about here is, do businesses really switch because of price? I don't know. I mean, it depends on what kind of business you're in.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, merchant services, are people switching because of price? I don't know. Are they? Maybe. I know personally people are probably switching because they trust that person that approached them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
maybe
or
even convenience.
Convenience
I feel
is
like that's
everything.
a big thing.
I think that's really just our society now, and the way that everything is everybody wants convenience. I know that if we're going in to the grocery store, we are not going to let them wait in line for them to check us out. We are going to check it ourselves. Or what else are we doing?
Oh, we're doing Walmart pickup. I am putting it in the app, and I'm sitting in the parking lot because I can go right after work.
Girl, I'm
and
not
it's just
even doing that.
convenient.
I'm
What
having
are
it
you
delivered
doing?
at my front porch. Thank you. Speaking of which, I need to do that later. But having it delivered right on my front porch, the convenience factor is just everything. I would rather pay for that to be done than have to worry about doing that,
And see, you would even pay a little bit more for the convenience.
100%.
And if you're doing it, other people are definitely doing it.
Look, I'm a mom. I'm busy all the time. Having that ability to not have to go to the grocery store all the time, that's huge.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that plays into businesses too. Like, I know you started a business. Would you have, if you would have known about something like this, done that originally out of convenience?
Right. And when it comes to owning a business, I feel like business owners really struggle with figuring out how to get it started. So there are, consultants and stuff that can help with
one thing here, one thing there.
Right. Like you can go to one business and like, oh, hey, they can help you build your website. Then there's another solution of, oh, well, we can help you with your payment processing. Then you have another one of, oh, well, we'll help you with your payroll. And oh, we have your human resources team over here.
And you're juggling a lot too. Like,
yeah,
I feel like I'm back in college and I'm trying to juggle all my classes.
100%.
I'm gonna miss something at some point somewhere.
100%. If you own a business and you're just that one individual, like say you're an entrepreneur and you're starting this small gig, all from the get go. I mean, it could crumble really quickly if you don't know what you're doing, and you could be in over your head very fast. So I think that relying on a business that has solutions, more than one, and so you have one point of contact for all these resources is huge.
Yeah.
So that's something that I think kind of gives our perspective a better advantage because, we do marketing, we do payment processing, we do have website design, we have payroll. It's everything all in one house, and that's something that really sets us aside versus competitors, but it's also a solution that can help everyone.
Yeah.
So trust is the big thing. I think people will switch businesses, or they'll switch their services because they trust you.
Yeah. Real people, real call. Like if you pick up the phone and you want to talk to somebody, like they're there to help you, not a chatbot. We're not helping.
100%. So we're gonna tell you guys two stories. We have I guess one's a merchant and one could be a potential merchant, someone that we do business with. So, Kendall, you tell your story first about the embroiderer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know where you're going with that. It scared me a minute. So I went into this embroidery place we use quite often, actually, and he doesn't do any form of electrical payments or anything. He takes checks and he takes cash.
Man.
And I mean, he does huge businesses.
Quantities, yeah.
Like, those are big amounts.
Yeah.
And I mean, he would definitely benefit. So I know how a conversation goes based off of our marketing of it. And so I was like, hey, you can take payments on your phone. You could send people QR codes. You could send people payment links.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, is it really that easy? And I was like, yeah, it is. And he said, well, I tried to sign up with one of those other companies, and I couldn't talk to them because I don't know how to work all of that. And I said, well, you know what? We are just down the road. You give us a call and we'll talk to you. We'll help you out.
Better yet,
whatever you
we
need.
might even drive over there and help
He
you.
will physically show you how to use it. Yeah, so I think he would definitely benefit from using something like that.
Yeah. I think that people who are still, or not people, businesses that are still doing just card and ACH are probably the ones who may be struggling right now because it's a convenience factor.
How often do you actually carry cash?
So, never.
Yeah.
Maybe
and I know you've got
I might have that $1 bill in my wallet, that my kids were probably going to steal from me later on down the road. But cash is I never have it.
Mm-hmm. So if you're going up to a business and they are only accepting cash, what do you do?
See you later.
Yeah.
Or I'll ask, do you have Venmo? And
yeah.
Sometimes they say yeah.
Sometimes they say yes. But if they're not accepting online payments, the likelihood that they're going to have Venmo is probably low as well.
Right.
And I know you have a story to go along with cash.
Yeah.
About your sister.
My sister started a seasonal business about 3 years ago. And when she started that business, it was like a pumpkin patch, family activity thing, outdoor kind of vibe. And I asked her, I was like, so you guys are getting ready to open your business. How are you going to accept payments? Which, she was probably the last thing she had thought about. She's just trying to figure out how she's going to, run her business. And she's like, oh, we're just going to take cash only. I looked at her, it's like, girl, are you crazy?
Yeah.
You are going to take cash only? I said, you are really limiting your business then and your customer base if you're only accepting cash.
We're going to drop an ATM in there because that's easier, right?
Well, and then I know that she had vendors there for selling local foods and knickknacks and all that. Well, if they're only accepting cash too, what if somebody comes there and they're like, okay, well, I allocated $50 for this day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it was $10 to get in per person. And, oh, well, they have a food truck over here. I'm pretty hungry. Oh, well, I can only get one meal. And then they see other things. The opportunity for them to have spent more money if they did take payments would be a lot bigger versus them just having cash because it limits them.
Yeah.
So once I talked to her about it, I'm like, no, you really need to have a payment solution to take credit cards. She understood the value in that. She trusted me. Obviously, we're family. I would never steer her wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And she went with the solution that I felt was best for their business. And it worked out very successfully. They never had any issues with it. And then a year later, they actually added the food truck in to their business. And it was like a blessing in disguise that they had that payment solution, because if not, it would not have been successful.
And you know what? Don't her daughters help her? Like, it's that easy.
It is, yeah, it's that easy. So her daughters are, one is 9, the other one's 12. Really testing me there. 9 and 12, and they were totally fine using the equipment. They were able to easily tap on everything for the iPad when orders came in. Mm-hmm. So they were able to help mom when she was working too.
Yeah.
So great value there. That's just a little story time for you all to kind of explain how trust works, but also convenience too. So it's convenient when you have the right product, but people will do business with people that they trust. If they trust you, you build that awareness, they're more likely going to switch and use you for your payment processing, for your digital marketing, what have you, if they know who you are.
Yeah.
So just a little bit about that. One more thing. So we want to tell you or talk to you about things that you can utilize today. So this is what we want to call like our marketing minute. Okay?
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
This is what we do.
That's it. That's our forte, okay? So if you are a business owner, we're going to do 2 different variables here. If you're a business owner, Google yourself.
Yeah.
How are you pulling up? Do you have reviews on there? Do you have a website, or do you have one of those websites that are not mobile friendly at all, and somebody, searches you and they go to your website and they can't see anything. They have to pinch and scroll to view it. Or say that you're a restaurant and you have a menu.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if I'm looking up a restaurant, I want to see say I'm out of town. I know kind of everything here. If I'm out of town, I'm looking up a restaurant in places near me. I'm looking who's popping up first, obviously their reviews, and then maybe I'm going to their website and looking at their menu. If I can't work that on my phone, I'm going to the next one.
And honestly, it's not even about Google these days. A lot of people say Google, which, yes, I still use that all the time, but then there's also different resources that will pull businesses in a different algorithm, in a different way by how you're viewing things, such as ChatGPT. So if you go there and ask it, hey, what's the best restaurant, I don't know, in Nashville, Tennessee, for example, it will give you a list. If you go to Google and ask it, same thing, they're going to be completely different answers. So really, it's how people are searching too, but are you going to be on both of those lists? I would hope so, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not, then that is a big red flag for you to figure out, I need to start fixing this and start figuring out how I can be one of those companies that show up. Same with TikTok. TikTok's really taken off, and I've noticed over the past year, like I get on there often just, for my daily scroll, but then I will go in there too for review-based things. If I'm in a big city, I want to see a restaurant or go to like the best restaurants in the town, I'll look up there.
I'm also looking at other things. I know we were talking about restaurants, but like reviews for clothes, reviews for this or that. So, I mean, I know people use that for a lot of different things, and it's good because you can see it there. So maybe just a tidbit.
And also with like the whole Google thing, there's Yelp and Bing, and I mean, if anyone still uses those, but it's all about, is your information accurate? If you have a different phone number on each one of those, that's only hurting you. Same with your social media presence. If you have a different phone number on each one of those, it is hurting you. You have to have them consistent amongst all of them, because that will only help boost your business, boost your reviews. And if that's something that you aren't doing, you need to go to a business who can help with those solutions. Kind of like what we can do. We have those solutions that can help boost algorithm. We can help your website, but also it's the payment processing side. So a lot of people don't understand the, I guess, the why when it comes to merchant and digital marketing. But really, if you are an agent listening to this, or if you're an ISO listening to this, and you still don't see the value in digital marketing, you need to realize like it's just something additional that you can help with your merchant.
I mean, back to the convenience. If I can order online, I'm ordering online.
Exactly. We're trying to tie this all in together for you to understand that if you're a rep and you have a merchant, and think about it, if you're helping them with their payment processing, but they're using somebody else for their website, or they're using somebody else for their SEO or the social media, whatever, you have the ability to help them with all of that all together, and also build your residuals with the same merchant.
You're streamlining it for them, and you're kind of streamlining it for yourself. You don't have to go back and forth with trying to figure out those things as well. So it only benefits both of you.
Exactly. So I hope that really kind of gets your wheels spinning a little bit to think about, wow, they are onto something here, and that is something that I haven't thought about. And man, who doesn't want to build their residuals each month? Because I mean, why wouldn't you? It's just it's an easy shoe-in right there. So that's really the first bit of what we wanted to talk about today for all of you. If you're not fixing it right now, go ahead and do it later. Or if you're a business owner and you just listen to everything we said, first off, thank you, and try and implement everything that we're talking about.
And if you look yourself up on Google, would you call yourself?
So with deals, they're not won long before they're won long before the deal is signed. So that's what this whole podcast is about, behind the deal. Each time we're on this episode, or each episode we have, we're going to talk about different aspects of behind the deal, what goes into those deals, and story time. We love story time. We'll love going to our sales team. If you guys have a great story that you think would be great for us to talk about, please send it in, because we want to hear it.
If we want to hear it, others want to hear it too.
Well, and this is a learning curve for everyone. Like I said, we're marketers, but we are trying to learn as we're going, but also give that knowledge to you too to implement every day as well. So next week, we're taking a deeper dive into one of the biggest myths in our industry. Do businesses really switch because of price? Well, we'll share what we've seen, what have actually been influenced by decisions, and how best agents can position themselves for success.
And thanks for joining us for the very first episode of
Behind the Deal. I hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.